What's up, guys? Just got back from the mailbox. Let's see what we got. This is pretty nasty looking. Look at that. What the fuck happened? I mean, that was just awful. Hopefully this isn't a card. Jesus. I don't want to make it worse than it already is. That's the top loader, I think, right there. I think we can go like this. Jesus. That's the tape. Oh, of course, it's only the expensive ass fetch land, that's all. Flooded strand. Don't make you nervous when it shows up like this at all, does it? Look at that. Oh my fucking god. Are you kidding me? That's fucking... Oh, it's sick. That's not a good way to start off Friday. Of course, today I decided to shoot a video. Let's see how bad this card looks. It's not terrible, honestly. What do you guys think? Should I keep that? I have to ship it back to him to get a new one. So, I think that's fine. I'm going to keep that. I doubt, just bend it a little bit. It'll go back in place. Be fine. Yeah, so, can't believe. Look at that shit. That's scary. Yeah, I think that'll be alright. I'm not too picky either, I mean, that's good. So, wow, that was scary. A flooded strand, of course. That would be the one. I mean, what kind of machine did they put this thing through? It looks like a freaking weed eater. This is awful. Thank God for top loaders. Oh, alright. Alright guys, almost ready to go to FNM. Here's a deck I'll be playing. My Esper, I guess it's an Esper mid-range list, but mine's not very mid-range considering I'm missing Obsidots and the Whip of Erebos. I did play one FNM with the Whip, without the Obsidots obviously, which is kind of a pain and, kind of sucks. And the Whip actually did a lot of work for me, so. But I decided just to take it out and go with an extra Spear. We really want Spear. It really makes all our creatures a lot better and helps our devotion to our god, Freya, or whatever her name is. So, anyways, for one drop we only have Soldier of the Pantheon, so not that aggro, I guess, but just 4 of it's just the best one drop in our colors. 2 drops really what we're trying to drop for sure. We got 2 Imposing Sovereigns, which I did not really think much of at first, but on my last FNM they dropped a Stormbreath Dragon the turn right before I killed him, and it came in tapped due to my Imposing Sovereign. So with the Stormbreath Dragons out there, it is pretty nice. Right now I'm only running 2, but I might bump that up to 3 depending what my metagame looks like. I know a couple people have been running green-red monsters, but it hasn't been overwhelming, so for now I'm just going to stick with 2. Again, with the Pain Seers we got 2. So basically we drop this on turn 2. Turn 3, if they don't have removal for it, we can remove something of theirs with the Detention Sphere on turn 3, or over here I have 2 Far and Aways that are in the deck. So we can usually get in on turn 2 with the Pain Seer. If they have removal for it, hey, why not, whatever. It's a 2-drop for 2 that they had to spend removal on. So I'm fine with that. Whether they take it out or if we actually get in. And if we untap with it, we only have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards above 3. So odds are we're only going to lose 3 life. Now, Precinct Captain's obviously a good card, and 2 white for our devotion is pretty important. Daring Skyjack is real nice. Can be a 3/1 flyer, considering we're going to have lots of creatures, especially if we get our god out and start drawing a lot of cards. This is one of the best cards in the deck, the Levi Sky Knight. But to detain a creature is pretty sweet. Again, against Stormbreath kind of sucks, protection from white, but that's pretty much the all-star, just hitting, making our way through Desecration Demons like crazy. So definitely the best card in the deck. Over here I have an Ultimate Price and an Azorius Charm. Azorius Charm, obviously the Time Walk ability is good. especially if we want to get in with like a Pain Seer or something. Draw a card's always nice. Lifelink can be important, just a great card. But we're only running a 1 of, and a 1 of ultimate price. Just some more cheap removal. 3 Zethrad Necromancers. Again, I haven't played this deck that much. 4th kind of seems like it wouldn't be a terrible idea, but for now we're running 3. 2 Spears, which can be a pain if you get 2, but since we're running only 2, we shouldn't end up with 2 on our hand, although I did one time. And it didn't stop me from winning, but it was kind of an annoyance. But, you know, the Spear's great for adding to our devotion again and everything, so. Same thing with the Tension Sphere, great for adding to devotion, obviously, just, you know, pretty much a duh in a blue-white deck. Supreme Verdict. So, when we have, all these are humans, which is another great thing about Pain Seers, he's a human. So if we have a Zethrad Necromancer, we can wipe the board and then have a bunch of 2/2s to attack with. Even if we don't have, I think one time in my last FNM I was talking about, I had a couple creatures on board. They dropped a Bramaz and then an Archangel Athun. And I hadn't got a Zethrad Necromancer out, but I believe I just drew one, or I might have had one in my hand and just hadn't been able to get it out yet. And I didn't get to play it. I had a Supreme Verdict before then, but you know, I ended up winning the game. That Supreme Verdict to take out those 2 creatures with 1 spell is pretty sweet. So although we'd like a Necromancer in play when we Supreme Verdict, it's not necessary, and you know, something you gotta do. At least your gods will still stay intact from a Verdict, so. And then of course the God, another, probably the best card in the deck. Getting her active is awesome, but mainly it's just for card draw. And Too Far and Away, obviously, you know, keep things off Pain Seer, just all kinds of tempo plays with this. So that's the meat of the deck. Going on to lands. White's most important, so we run 4 of the Godless Shrine, 4 Hallowed Fountains, only 3 Watery Graves, 1 Mutavault, because Mutavault is great in this style of deck, but with 3 colors we're only going to run 1 of them. And again, I only have 2 Temples, so I might mix this up a little bit later, but right now I'm running 2 Temples of Enlightenment, full playset of Temple of Silence, 1 Temple of Deceit, and then we have 4 Plains. So that's the mana base. How many lands is that? I want to say it's 26, so I might have, or I think the list says 26, but 4, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, I dropped it down to 23 since I don't have Obsidats in the whip in play. Okay, just making sure. Sideboard. Again, this is really going to depend on your. Oh, that's not the right sideboard. Sorry. There it is. It's really going to depend on your metagame, but I got Gainsays. Some people do run mono blue. There's a mono blue deck running around out there, so Negate's just good against control. 1 Thoughtseize in the sideboard for now. 2 Duress, obviously all good against control. Sin Collector, Pithing Needle, good against mono black. Pack Rats, Underworld Connections, Bioblight, Pack Rats. Oh, there's some more Thoughtseizes. 2 Blood Barons in case we're just running into something that I think we need them. Great against mono black, obviously. Elspeth, obviously, this is really, I bring this in against like green red monsters. I know one of the matches I played against green red monsters last week, if I just would have got a land, I would have dropped this down, killed everything on his side of the board, and nothing on mine. So, and just another Hero's Downfall for removal. I might switch some of this to a Doomblade or something. Like I said, I haven't really messed with the sideboard too much, but that's what we got so far. So. I really like the deck the past 2 weeks. We'll see how it does tonight. Alright. Thanks for watching. Hey, what's up guys? So, got back from FNM. A bunch of new cards and stuff here, so sorry about the glare. I bought it from the shop. I actually bought this in foil, so I didn't want to pull it out of the deck, but bought one of those in foil. 3 Restos, 4 Lavamancers, a Gaddock's Teague, and an Akaroma, I think, for my green-white hay bears. I think that's all I bought from them. Got a FNM, another promo, Banisher Priest. I traded some bulk commons for a Engineered Explosives. I traded, someone wanted to trade an English Garruk for a Japanese Garruk, so I said sure, why not. Then I traded a Bayou Revised for all of this. a promo Eternal Witness, Sword of Fire and Ice, a Beat to Hell Umazaz Jetty, but I need one and I don't really care. It'll be fine. A Scarred Foundry, and a True Name Nemesis. Then I traded these two. I want to say there's something else actually I must be forgetting. Yeah, it was the Surgical Extraction, I think. I don't know where that is. Let me see if I can find that. Because it was an interesting one. I can't remember what he said it was from, a Surgical Extraction. For Perforos, a Mogus, and some other junk. Cabal Therapy, yeah, I can't remember. I think he said it was like a dual dex or something maybe, so. There's all the trades. Played my Esper mid-range, of course. The first deck I played against was the Hexproof deck, the Naya Hexproof deck, and we didn't have too much trouble with that one actually. Although one game it looked like he could have won, and he made a bad attack, just attacked into me when he shouldn't have, and I killed off all his creatures and swung back for the win. So he might have had a chance if he didn't do that, but we won that match in 2. Then the second match I played Bant Walkers, yeah, so that was kind of a pain against a really good player up there. I won pretty easily the first game. The second game I think I should have won. We both agreed I should have won, but I missed a few important triggers, like a Mutavault died, and that should have triggered a 2/2 because it's, you know, a human also, and I didn't, you know, just make a mistake. So I lost that one in 3. Then I moved on, and that was I felt like that was a pretty decent matchup for me, really. I mean, especially afterboard, because, you know, I brought in tons of cards. I have tons of Thoughtseize, Duress, Sin Collector, all that good stuff against a control type deck. I just really didn't see much of it in the third game. So the third game, the third match I played in was kind of someone who's getting into it. Obviously a homebrew. It was mono green with a lot of weird stuff. So he actually got the second game from me, but I won it in 3. The fourth match I played a mono red, the mono red aggro deck. So that was pretty easy considering we got a bunch of 3/1s and all kinds of stuff that can block imposing sovereigns to stop his, you know, any of his hasters and stuff. So that was a pretty easy match. I wanted to, but the guy was just getting back in, so I didn't have a whole lot of cards. So, anyways, I don't even know what place we came in, but we won 2 packs, and let's open them. Kind of tired. I had to give a guy a ride home, so I'm a little later than normal. Forlorn Persodama, something, Sunbound, Nessian Demlock, and a Temple of Enlightenment, so that is freaking awesome. Noble Quarry, yeah. I just feel like nothing in this set's worth money. I should have got Ravnica, but I didn't feel like going back in and telling him. Stormcaller of Kranos, Farah's Enlightenment, a Sunbound, and a Spirit of the Labyrinth. Sweet. That's awesome. And a foil, Farah's Radiance. So, 2 foils and 2 good pulls.